Baby.
I go hard in the paint. I go hard in the paint. I'm ducked off where the loud is legal. Right next door to Cali where the work a lot cheaper. Take you back in the trap in the 86 Regal. With a pocket full of stones booming like it was legal.
What's going on, Suave?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? We back in this thing.
I know it, man. That song gets me hyped every damn time, man.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I have to say, I'm one of your hosts, man, SPG.
And I'm your boy, Suave.
Man, and what you happen to hear or see in the man cave today.
Gonna stay right here on the man cave. Y'all know the rule.
Man, you know what is up, man. But let's get into this. So, hey, Jeff Janak, how are you doing, my friend? All right, so thank you for joining us for season 2, episode 16 of the Man Cave, or total episode 16 of the Man Cave. I'm not sure, but today are we that far, man, into season 2 already?
We are pretty far, man. You making me check it now, but I think
hey, we've done a lot of them, bro. All right.
Yeah, bro.
But all right, so today's discussion, we're going to talk about the Walking Dead's Comicon announcements. The Walking Dead is a big show. We've done a few episodes on it of a retrospective of the whole series, and it's getting ready to end. And in it ending, they had this big Comicon panel, and they brought out all their stars, and they talked about the future of the franchise and all that stuff. But at the very end of the panel, they brought out Rick, Andrew Lincoln, and they brought out Michonne, Denai Guerrera. I think I said her name right. Anyway, great actor and actresses and everything, but they're going to come back and reprise their roles, and they're going to come back for either a limited series or a new series. They mentioned 6 episodes that they're going to be releasing in a year in 2023. And I don't know, man, what's your feelings about all the Walking Dead franchise and its future, man?
Well, I love zombies, man, so I'm all for it. I can never get enough of zombies. I think they're funny to me, as long as it's not the Resident Evil zombies, because I think that's more monsters. But anyway, I think that they kind of, with the whole thing, because they promised a movie,
yes,
and a movie never came out, and I think they are trying to spin it like, well, we don't want to say we're not giving you a movie. We're just gonna say we're gonna do a extra spin-offs, a few spin-offs to kind of quiet everything down, because they see the money in it. They see it. They're like, man, this thing has gotten bigger than what we thought it was gonna be. And maybe some things that when they discussed the movie, it was like, oh, we probably can't do it that way. We'll probably do better doing episodes. Somebody in the room that was smart said, hey, you get more viewers if you do seasons. Like,
now, see,
episodes, TV episodes.
Yeah, here's my problem with what they did. So they promised us 3 Rick movies is what they promised us. We were going to have a 3-part Rick movie experience, and it was going to be huge with like big budget, and Paramount was going to help them make it, and Universal was going to help them put it in the theaters. And then COVID happened, and nothing. We got nothing for the longest time. Season 11, they were doing early production on it, and they were getting the ball rolling, and still no Rick movies, man. So Scott Gimple, the show officer or whatever you want to call him, he straight up said we will not be getting a Rick movie. So basically what we are getting we're going to get 6 episodes in 2023 of a Rick and Michonne spinoff show.
Spinoff.
Yep. And it's going to be focused on the love story between the two of them. Now, is it going to involve their children? I don't know, because I don't know how The Walking Dead ends. But the Rick, the Grimes family, to me, is The Walking Dead. That is the story. So what AMC wants us to do again is to watch their current show and then skip off to another side show to figure out, like, to see how the story ends. I don't like
Mhm.
that. I don't think a lot of people are going to like that. I love Rick and Michonne. I will be watching. But what do you think,
Mhm.
Suave?
I think that a lot of people are gonna, even though we don't like it, we're like, hey, you're just making us watching a show. But I think that also people are gonna go ahead and do it. They're gonna go ahead and watch the other show. They're like, oh, okay, Rick and Michonne, okay, we're gonna watch that, and then they're gonna do this finale and bring it back to the last season of Walking Dead to wrap things up. Because I think that this is how I envision it.
Mhm.
They're gonna do the Michonne and Rick, where Michonne's still looking for Rick, and she's probably gonna, like, at the end of that season, both
Find him,
of them,
maybe.
yeah, both of them find each other, and then when you do the Walking Dead in season, Rick is gonna be in there with the family. You know what I'm saying? I think that the kids are gonna be more involved in the Walking Dead season than the Rick and Michonne
Okay.
spinoff. You know, because they talking about a whole Daryl spinoff thing. Like,
Yes.
what is Daryl going to be doing? And all
Well,
those things have to, like, mash together. So either Daryl has always been kind of a lone wolf anyway. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? So his spinoff will probably be with a whole nother cast of different people. You know,
Mhm. Yeah.
so
Well,
who knows?
I think that's kind of what they're doing. But what sucks is that the end of The Walking Dead isn't going to actually be like the end of the flagship series, isn't going to
Mhm.
actually be the end of the show. We got about 8 episodes left. I don't think they can shoehorn in Rick's return and Michonne's. Now, in the
Mhm.
comic, when they ended the comic, no spoilers on how it ended exactly, but there is a large time jump and reflection back on the years before. Um,
Mhm.
and I think they could do that for the show. But knowing that Rick and Michonne are going to have a spin-off, I don't think they can end the show with them returning. So I'm not sure how it's all going to play out. But Daryl is supposed to have his spinoff, and he's going to the UK. He's going
Mhm.
overseas somewhere for an adventure. Rick and Michonne, it doesn't say where they're supposed to be, but it does say that they are what is it? The series presents an epic love story of two characters changed by a
Mhm.
changed world, kept apart by distance, by an unstoppable power, by the ghosts of who they were. Rick and Michonne are thrown into another world built on a war against the dead and ultimately a war against the living. Can they find each other and who they were in a place and situation unlike anything they've ever been in before? Are they enemies? Are they lovers? Victims? Victors? Without each other, are they even alive? Or will they find that they too are the walking dead? And that is the synopsis for the Rick and Michonne show. Now, I
Mhm.
am all on board for a Rick and Michonne show. I would have rather have got some movies. But here's my thing. If they knew COVID was going on and they knew that the movies weren't going to work, why didn't we get 3 made for TV movies in between 11A, B, or C to where they could have wrapped it all up in the end? I think the writers could have got there. I just hope that we're not getting into a Disney situation where they take a property and spin it in a direction nobody really wants.
I think that a lot of things with business, they have to make some changes because of different business relationships, or even business plans. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we can't do it this way, or we can't go to agreement on this, or okay, we're out the deal. We're not going to do this. It's not a good deal. We got to do something else. Who knows? But I do think that the Rick and Michonne show, a lot of people are going to, like, gravitate to it, because it's now what's going to mess them up if they try to do the Rick and Michonne show and then Walking Dead show at the same time. That's gonna mess it
Yeah.
up.
No,
You
no,
know.
it's going to end. The Walking Dead is officially ending, and that group of characters or cast is going to disband. But
Mhm.
um, I just don't know what that story actually looks like.
Oh, it's gonna end. Yeah, we
Yeah, I'm
don't know.
super excited for it because I want to know the ending to this Rick character. I know how characters, what Rick's fate is in the comics, and I know how the comics ended. I'm really anxious about how they're going to end the show. I've watched it since season 1. I've really loved a whole lot of the show. I disliked some things, but it's been on a decade. So there's bound to be something that you don't like, but it's a hard pill to swallow to watch a show a decade and then jump over to a new production and to finish the story. You know, I don't know. I think they should have done because they're AMC and they have AMC Plus and they have their own channel. They literally should have done a couple of made for TV movies, I think, when they found out that the Rick movies weren't going to work because of COVID or restrictions or whatever they were going through at the time.
Paul said it's been 12 years we've been watching this.
Yeah, 12 years, man.
That's crazy.
And
Rick
Rick
took 12 years of my life, man.
12 years, man. And Rick left in like season 9, season 9B or something. Or season 9A. So yeah, we've been without Rick for an extremely long time, and there's a whole bunch of breadcrumbs that they dropped for us. And I've watched all the content, so I've seen World Beyond. I've seen Jadis. I've seen the CRM and how they work in detail. I've watched all of Fear the Walking Dead, and they've dropped all these breadcrumbs, and they're kind of leading nowhere at this point.
Yeah.
Daryl,
it's definitely going to be difficult to plant all this together. And I think because they know they can't just get every single detail, they know that they're going to leave out a lot of things to make this other series. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then they could end up running into that. Yeah.
And then it could end up being, I think you mentioned this a little bit earlier, where, you know, the Walking Dead season end and then the Michonne and Rick thing begin. But I think that it would be better if the Rick and Michonne, this is just my opinion, if they put the last season of Walking Dead on hold, do the Rick and Michonne, and then bring back the last few seasons of Walking Dead with Rick and Michonne in there. You know what I'm saying? Based on everything they went through in that series. Well, yeah, that would make sense to me.
It started with Rick in his coma, and it should end with Rick coming home and having a reunite with his family and seeing his new boy.
Yeah, exactly.
I totally agree with you. I'm just not sure they can do all that anymore because of what they did. Yeah.
It's too late.
So do we have to wait for the Rick and Michonne show to have Rick reunite with his family? Probably. I just don't know what that looks like. I'm a little concerned. I'm optimistic because I have hung out and watched it for years. But those little breadcrumbs, like Rick's boots on that boat, and the older Judith scratched into the phone with Michonne. Some of this stuff just doesn't make a lot of sense. But I think that the zombies, they're about to change the zombies for better or worse really soon. I think they're going to make the zombies walk. They already walk. They're going to be able to.
They walk because The Walking Dead.
Yeah, they're going to be able to open doors and they're going to be able to climb. And overseas, when Daryl gets there, he's going to run into the new variant of them that can run and frantic, like 28 Days Later type zombies.
Man, that's crazy. I think that. Do you think? Well, let me ask you. Do you think that? What up, Windstar? How you doing? I'm still looking for that autograph, by the way. Do you think that at the end of the season of Walking Dead, that we will see a little bit, like, you know how they jump on different viewpoints of what's going on? They could do a viewpoint of what Rick been up to, up to the Rick and Michonne show. You know what I'm saying?
What would be dope and crazy cool is at the end of The Walking Dead, it does a flash backwards and it shows Rick waking up in his hospital bed, and like a good 5 minutes though, you know, not him just opening his eyes, but like something cool. They do have to hook you and get you to keep watching, but I'm not sure how that would work.
Paul won't Crazy Rick back, man. I think Crazy Rick though. Crazy Rick was not a team leader at all. He was like not good for the show, man.
He was the better Rick though. Well, I mean, look at Shane. Okay, we had this discussion when we talked about it, but like Shane was built for this world and Rick wasn't. So,
I agree. I
but at
agree
the
with
time,
that.
but
I
at the
agree with that.
time, Shane was dangerous. He seemed dangerous, but he was the smart one, really.
Man, let me tell you,
Besides shooting Otis, that was some
Crazy
crazy
Rick,
messed up shit.
Crazy Rick is gonna get somebody killed, bro. That's like we don't
Not
need
him though.
Crazy Rick. We don't need Crazy. You're right. Crazy Rick is a one-man army. You are right.
He
One
is.
man. Like he's only gonna rely on his survival and no one
Yep.
else's. You know. So we don't need Crazy Rick back.
But it'll be interesting though. I think you're right though. Now, will Rick come over the radio or something at the very end to alert the community he's alive and trying to make it back to them? Maybe. Maybe. But at the end of the comic series, they did a 20-year jump forward or something, maybe even 30 years. I would not be against them doing that in this show, but at that point, though, if they do that, they kind of ruin the Rick and Michonne spinoff because they make it back. If they're old people on some ranch with their kids that are grown up now, like they survived whatever they went through. But now let's not forget, there's one other spinoff too, which is Daryl and Carol were going to have a spinoff, but Carol isn't the actress that plays Carol can't be in the UK, so she's not going to be in that show anymore. It's just Daryl's show. But Negan and what's her name is going to have their own show as well.
Negan and who?
He killed her husband. I can't. Go ahead.
Maggie. Maggie.
Maggie. Negan and Maggie are going to be in a spinoff called Isle of the Dead, and it's supposed to be in New York.
Oh wow.
Yeah, about Manhattan.
Now let me tell
Thank you, Mr. Bailey.
Ask you this. You had said something just a while ago about the radio thing. So I've been rolling with AMC for a long time on this Walking Dead journey. I think if they do anything related to Rick on a radio, they'll do something stupid like what's dude's name? Eugene walking out of the room where the radio is, and then all of a sudden Rick is on the radio. You start hearing Rick on the radio. And it's like I hate when they do that, because like, man, he was just sitting here. Yeah. Are you telling me that? All of a sudden, since he decided to get up and use the bathroom, it comes through.
They could definitely do something like that. I hope they don't.
They do it all the time, man.
Yeah, I know they do, but I hope they do something really good, like a really good cliffhanger for Rick coming back at the end if we do have to watch this other show. But keep in mind, everyone, for all of you that watched the show Lost, Lost was 4 or 5 seasons, man, and when that show ended, it let everybody down. I hope this is not Lost, because they have zombie shows are amazing and can be, and there's amazing storytelling that's taken place. I just hope they nail the landing, I guess is what I'm saying. And that's it for me, man. Suave, you have any more thoughts, man?
Man, dude, I think that now that you say about the Negan and Maggie show, I'll definitely be watching that one, because I actually love that actor that plays Negan, man. And the Rick and Michonne show, I think it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Now, I think because we always know that something's going to take a loss, I don't think the Daryl show is going to do well. That's my prediction. Because it's like, if you have a Daryl show and you have a Rick show, I'm watching the Rick show. I would agree with that. I would agree with that 100%. Exactly.
So I wanted to see Rick so bad, I sat through The World Beyond. And that show had nothing to do with nothing, really, except just a little look at the CRM and how they want to change the zombies. If you watch the post-credit scene of World Beyond, it shows how zombies change. But
it's gonna be crazy that they have something, all these things spin at the same time. And then let's be honest, the way TV shows are now, if something's going on and all these shows are going on, there's going to be other things that you're going to want to watch. And you're like, man, I'm going to put something got to be on the back burner. So it's probably going to be that Daryl show that's on the back burner for me, and I like that actor, man. He's a great actor. I fear that those shows coming all together, and then you got the last season. The last season of Walking Dead is going to hit hard.
Yep, it should. It should. It looks really good. The teaser looked good.
The Rick and Michonne is going to hit hard. The Negan and Maggie show is going to hit hard because everyone likes Negan. Who doesn't like a villain that's now, I guess, rehabilitated?
Now,
You know?
what if they try? This is a whole different show, but what if they try to romantically get those two together, Negan and Maggie?
I'll be for it. I'll be for it, man. Yeah, because I feel like, have you ever watched that TV show Justified?
No.
Okay, I can't use that example, but in that TV series Justified, something like that happened. So in this, he probably feel like, because he's a changed man, he's a totally different man. You know, he actually don't want to kill anyone or hurt anyone at this moment, but people keep pushing his buttons and he got to defend himself, and it's like, see,
man,
the game keep pulling. Every time I get out the game, they
draw me back in. Yeah,
you know. So I think that Maggie and Negan being together will be a good look. I mean, I would accept that. I would love to see that. That'd be cool. That's like, hey,
they definitely have a lot of chemistry together.
They do.
And because of The Walking Dead, they've also got a lot of history together now too. Mm-hmm. So it could be very, very, very interesting. Mr. Bayram says Rick and Michonne ending going to be like Married with Children. Just Rick sitting on the sofa and Michonne wanting to go out.
Zombies.
Hey, that could be amazing. That could be amazing. Man. All right, man. Well, thank all of you, man, for participating and joining us for episode, what was it?
It's supposed to be 15. It's supposed to be 15.
Yeah, are you serious? I got it wrong again?
Yes, bro.
All right. So thank you for joining us for episode 15 of the Man Cave. I'm going to learn to count. Right. And we will see you this Thursday for another episode on Suave's channel. Go ahead, tell them about it, Suave.
Yeah, man. So guys, catch the next episode on the Man Cave on Thursday on the Climax. Check it out. Like, subscribe for my man SPG, and let's keep this ball rolling, man. Hey, I do want to say that our podcast is gonna get podcast of the university, man, of the universe.
Of the universe?
You know? Of the
Woo!
universe.
Well, we're out on that, man. Y'all have a great day.
Y'all take care.
The app game, baby. The app game, baby.
I go hard in them paint. I go hard in them paint. I'm ducked off where the loud is legal. Right next door to Cali where the work a lot cheaper. Take you back in the trap in the 86 Regal. With a pocket full of stones booming like